What if I told you that one of the most strategically powerful countries in Asia is being completely overlooked by the world? When global conversations focus on China, Japan, or Singapore, Malaysia quietly builds influence behind the scenes, economically, politically, and geopolitically. Malaysia doesn't shout, it doesn't threaten, it doesn't dominate headlines. Yet it sits at one of the world's most important trade crossroads, controls critical shipping lanes, balances relationships between global superpowers, and continues to grow without attracting dangerous attention. So why is Malaysia rarely mentioned in discussions about future global power centers? Why do investors quietly move billions into the country while the global media barely notices? And how has Malaysia mastered the art of silent influence in a noisy world? This video uncovers the untold truth about Malaysia, the strategies, geography, economy, and diplomacy that are shaping its future role in the global order. By the end of this video, you'll understand why ignoring Malaysia may be one of the biggest geopolitical blind spots of our time. Point 1. Malaysia's strategic geography gives it silent control. Malaysia's greatest strength is something no government created: its geography. The country sits directly along the Strait of Malacca, one of the most important maritime choke points on Earth. Nearly 40% of global trade passes through this narrow waterway, including oil shipments from the Middle East to East Asia. Unlike other countries that weaponize geography, Malaysia uses it with restraint. It doesn't block trade or make threats. Instead, it ensures stability, safety, and neutrality. This makes Malaysia indispensable to global commerce without becoming a target. The Strait of Malacca is vital to China, Japan, South Korea, India, Europe, and the Middle East. Any disruption would shock global supply chains overnight. Malaysia understands this leverage and chooses quiet reliability over loud dominance. This strategic calm earns Malaysia trust from all sides. Shipping companies, multinational corporations, and global powers prefer predictability. Malaysia offers exactly that. While headlines focus on military bases and naval standoffs elsewhere in Asia, Malaysia quietly protects one of the world's economic lifelines without drawing attention to itself. Point 2. Malaysia's economy is stronger than it looks. Many people assume Malaysia is just a developing economy, but the reality is very different. Malaysia is deeply embedded in global manufacturing supply chains, especially in electronics, semiconductors, medical devices, and automotive components. Global tech companies rely on Malaysian factories to keep production running smoothly. During supply chain disruptions, Malaysia proved more resilient than many larger economies. What makes Malaysia unique is balance. It combines low production costs with skilled labor, modern infrastructure, and political stability. This makes it an attractive alternative to countries facing rising costs or geopolitical risks. Foreign direct investment continues to flow into Malaysia, quietly. Multinational corporations expand operations without fanfare, while startups benefit from government-backed innovation programs. Malaysia doesn't chase hype-driven growth. Instead, it focuses on sustainability, diversification, and long-term planning. This approach keeps the economy steady even during global downturns. While other economies experience boom and bust cycles, Malaysia steadily climbs, unnoticed but unstoppable. Point 3. Malaysia's foreign policy is a masterclass in balance. Malaysia maintains strong ties with China, the United States, ASEAN nations, and the Islamic world, without fully aligning with any single power bloc. This diplomatic balancing act protects its sovereignty while maximizing economic and political benefits. Unlike countries forced to choose sides, Malaysia chooses cooperation. It trades with China, secures investments from the West, and plays an active role in regional diplomacy. This neutrality allows Malaysia to act as a bridge between East and West, Muslim and non-Muslim nations, developing and developed economies. Malaysia's leaders understand that in today's world, loud alliances can become liabilities. Quiet diplomacy, on the other hand, creates flexibility and security. By avoiding extreme positions, Malaysia keeps doors open everywhere. This strategic patience ensures relevance no matter how global power shifts. Point 4. Malaysia's cultural unity is an underrated strength. Malaysia is home to Malays, Chinese, Indians, and indigenous communities living under one national framework. While diversity often creates instability elsewhere, Malaysia has managed to maintain social balance through compromise and shared identity. This multicultural stability is essential for long-term growth. It attracts international businesses, tourists, and skilled workers who value harmony and predictability. Cultural tolerance also strengthens Malaysia's global image. It can engage comfortably with Western nations, Muslim countries, and Asian neighbors alike. Internal cohesion gives Malaysia resilience against external pressure. When societies fracture, economies weaken. Malaysia's unity ensures continuity, even during political transitions. This social stability is not accidental. It's the result of careful governance, mutual respect, and national pragmatism. Point 5. Malaysia is playing the long game. Malaysia isn't racing to become a superpower. It's positioning itself to benefit from whoever leads next. Investments in education, technology, green energy, and digital infrastructure show a clear long-term vision. Rather than dominating headlines, Malaysia builds capacity quietly. This makes it less vulnerable to sanctions, trade wars, or political pressure. As global power becomes more fragmented, countries that remain adaptable will thrive. Malaysia understands this better than most. It prepares for a future where influence comes not from force, but from connectivity, stability, and trust. And in that future, Malaysia will matter far more than many expect. Malaysia doesn't need to announce its rise. It doesn't seek validation from headlines or global rankings. Its power lies in being essential without being obvious. While the world focuses on loud conflicts and dominant nations, Malaysia strengthens its position quietly, securing trade routes, attracting investment, balancing diplomacy, and maintaining internal stability. History shows us that the most dangerous mistake is ignoring the quiet players, because when global systems shift, it's often the silent strategists who emerge strongest. Malaysia is not the future superpower you hear about. It's the one you're supposed to overlook. And that may be exactly why it's winning.